What's happening, Soho? So guys, I live with my partner. People think we're married. This is not correct. We're not married. I don't mind when people make that mistake, because even though we're not married, we own a rake. It's quite a lot of commitment to own gardening furniture with someone. You know, we've gone there. You're a couple. You laughed quite a lot. Do you own gardening furniture? You've got a bench. You live in a flat and you've got a bench. So you're telling me he hasn't put a rake on it yet? That's more commitment than a ring. It's easy to get married. It's harder to put someone on your car insurance. It's like you leave him, your car insurance will go up. It's quite a consequence, isn't it? I don't know. We're not married, but we've got a mortgage, all right? We've got a mortgage. So basically what's keeping us together is that we both hate admin. Let's sickness and in health, yeah, sickness and in health. We're not doing no paperwork. This is my first serious relationship. I've not really lived with anyone before. I've learned a big lesson being with this person in the situation that we're in. It's a big philosophical thing that I've learned. It's important. I've learned that sexuality is not a choice. Who would choose to live with a man Have you seen their feet? It's ghastly, guys. And you might be thinking, Athena, have you not seen men's feet? You must have been with people before this guy and seen their feet. To be honest, I've only ever had casual relationships. They only removed the clothes that were necessary. You can keep your socks on, you'll be leaving soon. So it's just... It's nice, man. I've learned the difference between men and women. I know there's a spectrum. I know there's a gender spectrum, but there are differences between men and women fundamentally. Women take naps. Men fall asleep. You just pass out. In the middle of anything. Like, is the patriarchy that tiring to uphold? Yeah. I'm exhausted. I saw a woman and I told her to cheer up. It might never happen. Oh. Knackered. Me and my partner, we had a lockdown baby. Thank you. I'm glad you wolf whistled. Good. We had a lockdown baby. I was conflicted when I found out I was pregnant. You know, the last thing this world needs is another human, right? We've got enough humans, and we're running out of resources. We're running out of so many things. We've run out of X Factor contestants. No more Chico time, all done. Yeah. There's no resources, man. I went on eBay the other day, tried to buy some Air Jordan 4s. £13,000. We're running out of things, guys, all right? We're running out of Jordans. But when I decided we were going to have this baby, I realized that was the best decision because we had the best reason to have another baby. We had the best reason to bring another child into this world. We've got a spare room. So. And I don't sew. What you do when you've got a spare room is you get a sewing machine and you just start making clothes, innit? And then you make curtains and you go, look, I made some curtains. I can't sew, so I stuck a baby in it. It's fine. This baby's going to change the world. In fact, this baby's making the world better by just existing. This baby is mixed race. Thank you. The dad's from South London, I'm from North. Both families were dead against it, I swear down. We had to go on dates on neutral territory. The Thames Clipper. Greenwich, London Bridge, Greenwich, London Bridge. My mum was devastated. She was like, what about South Hampstead? Do you know? What about South Hampstead, Athena? Yeah. What are the children going to be? Are they going to be gentrified or the gentrifiers? Which side are they going to be? We're going to raise them to pass for North. We're going to raise them to pass for North. How do you pass for North? Very simple. When they're in South London on the overground trains, or make it that they forget to press the button to open the doors. We've got lots of tube up here, guys. We've got lots of tube. We don't know what these buttons are for. I think black people who are in mixed race relationships are really brave. You are brave, lady. You are brave, and I'll tell you why. The saying, once you go black. Yeah, normally people shout that, but you obviously read that all your reading materials, your Black Lives Matter reading materials. Once you go black, you never go back. Now, that's why you're brave to be with somebody else. Because if I was having sex with this gentleman right here, who was a white man, if you don't know, I'd be thinking the whole time, what if he goes back? I'll be letting down my community. Like, black conservatives are doing a pretty good job of that already. It's a lot of pressure, man. It's a lot of pressure. White people do fascinate me, though. No, you do, and I think the way for us to get on better with each other is to have conversations. So I try to have conversations with people who come from different places that I come from. This means that sometimes when people talk to me, they say shit to me. Because they're like, Athena will listen. Okay, I'll tell you about some shit things. I'll tell you about some stupid things people have said to me. When I had a normal job, went to my kitchen, right? Make a hot beverage, right? Trevor from accounts comes in, looks at me and says, isn't it funny how it's not okay to say black coffee anymore? News to me, Trevor. Pretty sure black coffee is the most accurate use of the word black we've got in existence today. But I thought I'd mess about with Trevor a bit, because why not? It's a Tuesday, I'm bored. So I said, Trevor, you're absolutely right. You can't say black coffee anymore. All right, you can't. This is what you're supposed to say when you want to drink a black coffee. So you're supposed to say, you go to the barista and you say, I'll have a white coffee, please. And then I'll have a coffee without privilege. Yeah, that's it. I like the idea that Trevor was wandering around London asking for coffees without privilege. And the barista's going, should I spit in it? White privilege, very hard concept to understand. It is. I don't mind if people don't understand it. It's an academic concept. I don't mind explaining it to people. Like I said, people chat shit to me. I had someone say to me, Athena, how can you say I've got white privilege? I'm just like you. I'm poor. Yeah, I've got to get a better car, innit? Like, I'm not giving off the right image. Now, we're not going to unpack that today. We don't have time. I'm going to tell you how I responded. I went, mate, listen, white privilege doesn't mean you're not going to be poor because you're white, all right? It just means if you are poor, it's more likely to be your fault. You had all the help in the world. You're not called Mohammed, so your CV didn't end up in the bin. Less likely to get stopped and searched. And if you do get stopped and searched and you go in front of a judge, less likely to get a custodial sentence. What I'm saying is, I'm in Poundland because of slavery. What's your excuse? But I'll end on this. You know what? We're in a hostile environment to immigrants, but it's white British people I genuinely feel sorry for the most. This hostile environment is basically about our Home Office saying, we only want the best and the brightest to come into this country. That's what it's saying. We only want the best and the brightest to come to the UK. So what does that say about you lot? Sorry, we've got enough thickos. Kwame, do you know Long Division? Because Shirley down the Leisure Centre doesn't know shit, all right? She's an idiot. Why would the best and the brightest want to come to a country, okay, that is entirely reliant on gravy to make its food edible. Britain, you need us more than we need you. Guys, that's my time. I've been Athena Kugblenu. Thank you. Good night.